units of phylum Porifera. The name Porifera is derived from the two terms, that is porous and ferre. Porous means pore, ferre means to bear. So these are the organism bearing pores, or body of this organism consisting of numerous pores. That's why these poriferans are also known as sponges, or they are commonly called as sponges. Where they are present, or what is the habitat of these poriferans? They are exclusively aquatic in nature, means they are present in the water. Most species of poriferans are marine water, and very few species of sponges are present in the freshwater region. These poriferans, or all poriferans, are found attached to certain substratum like sand, rocks, etc. So they won't move because they found attached to certain substratum, or they are sessile in nature. The body of these sponges are asymmetrical in nature, or the symmetry is asymmetrical, means they do not show any symmetry, or you can't cut the body of these poriferans into two equal half. So if you cut the body of the poriferans in any plane passing through the center, you can't cut the body into two equal halves. That's why the symmetry of poriferan is asymmetrical. These organisms are multicellular organisms, means they have many cells. So body of poriferans made up of many cells. But these many cells do not form tissue. Usually group of cells together form a tissue. But in the case of poriferans, there is no true tissue, or group of cells do not form tissue. That's why they shows cellular level of organization. Though they are multicellular, they shows cellular level of organization. Anyhow, these many number of cells are arranged in mainly two layers, that is pinacoderm and choanoderm. As you can see in this diagram, this outer layer is a pinacoderm layer and this inner layer is a choanoderm layer. In between the pinacoderm and choanoderm is a jelly-like substances or region known as mesenchyme. So all cells are arranged in this layer, that is pinacoderm, choanoderm and the mesenchyme region. So these are the three regions of poriferans. The body of this organism consisting of numerous pores. That's why they are called as porifera. So as you can see, these are the pores that are present in the body. So body of this organism consisting of numerous pores called as ostia. So these are the pores. These ostia opens into the large central cavity called as a spongocoel. So this is a cavity called as a spongocoel. So numerous ostia opens into a single large cavity called as a spongocoel. This spongocoel opens outside by an opening called as osculum. So this is the osculum region through which the spongocoel opens to outside. So water from the outside enter through the ostia into the central cavity called as a spongocoel. Later, the water from the spongocoel exit or enter out through the opening called as osculum. So, water from the outside enter in through the ostia into the spongocoel. Later, from the spongocoel, water moves out through the large opening called as osculum. So, this passage or system of passage of water through the poriferan is called as water canal system. Water canal system means passage of water through the body of these poriferans. So this water canal system helps in gathering the food particle, it helps in respiration and excretion. In the case of poriferans, respiration and excretion is very simple. There is no separate respiratory and excretory system. So respiration and excretion takes place by just diffusion. So this water canal system or passage of water through the body of this poriferan helps in this respiration and excretion. So there is no separate respiratory and excretory system. Even porifera do not have circulatory and nervous system, but they have a skeletal system which consisting of spicules and spongin fiber. So large number of spicules and spongin fibers are present within the body of these poriferans, which forms a skeletal system. These spicules are made up of calcium carbonate, so hard substance. That's how it gives support to the body of these poriferans. Next is about the digestive system. Again, these poriferans do not have well developed digestive system. Digestion is simple and it is intracellular. Intracellular means inside the cell. So digestion takes place inside the cell. So which cell? It is a cell called as choanocytes. So these choanocytes are present in the layer called as Coinoderm. As I already told, coinoderm is the inner layer and it is present or it lines the cavity that is spongocoel. So spongocoel cavity is lined by the coinoderm layer, and in the coinoderm layer you can see the cells called as coinocyte. So inside this coinocytes digestion takes place. So these coinocytes are also called as collar cells. So these orange color cells are the coinocytes. So they are also called as collar cells. They are the flagellated cells. Flagellated cells means they have flagella. So when the flagella beats or upon beating of the flagella, it creates water current inside the spongocoel. So because of this water current, water enters through the ostia into the spongocoel, and this water carries a food particle in it. So these food particle will be attracted or gathered by the flagella. So these flagella consisting of small microvilli which will collect this food particle that are present in the water current or present in the water. So flagella or the microvilli which are present in the flagella gather this food particle and it send that food particles into the coinocytes, and these food particles are digested inside the coinocytes. So that's how digestion takes place in the case of poriferans. So digestion takes place inside the coinocytes. That's why it is intracellular. Next is about the reproduction. Reproduction in the case of poriferan takes place both by sexual method and asexual method. So asexual method is by budding and gemule formation. If you talk about the sexual reproduction, all poriferans are bisexual or hermaphrodite in nature. Means both sex organs are present in the same organism, or sexes are not separate. Both eggs and sperms are produced by the same organism or same individual, and this produced sperms and egg get fused or get fertilized to form a zygote. So that's how sexual reproduction takes place in the case of poriferans. So it's by the union of gamete, that is sperms and eggs, which are produced by the single organism. So fertilization takes place inside the body. That's why fertilization is internal and development is indirect. Indirect means it consisting of larval stages. So fertilization is internal and development is indirect. That's how reproduction takes place in the case of poriferans. If we talk about the example of poriferans, the main example is cycon, which is also called as scypha. Next is spongilla, example for freshwater sponge. Next is euspongia, which is commonly called as bath sponge. So these are the three main examples of poriferans. So that is about the characteristics of poriferans. I hope this video will be useful. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.